Buy the latest song by Timcast, Coming Home. Go to getcominghome.com. Buy the song on iTunes, and with your support, we will smash those Billboard charts. We have this story from Axios. America's youngest voters turn right. The share of young American men who say they identify with select political ideologies. Now, the funny thing is they say men. They actually point out later, it's not. It's all genders. They say it's true for both genders. Look at this.
Wait, did Axios just say two genders instead of every gender? Okay.
True for both genders. Oh,
yeah. What's going on? What's going on?
Look at that. Uh-oh. It's back now. Take a look at this. 18 to 24-year-olds, there are 4% more conservatives. There's 48% identify as moderate, 26 is conservative, 22 is liberal. Among 25 to 29, 27% are liberal, 21 are conservative, and 48 are moderate. This is a huge shift, and I'm going to tell you why. Gen Z wants to buy a house. They deserve to buy a house. Why can't they buy a house? Why are they, I'm telling you, I can only imagine some Gen Z guy sitting there being like, I can't find work and I want to own a house and I can't. And some illegal immigrant just came in and they gave him a house and they gave him a job. Yo, what's going on? There's a luxury hotel in New York that they converted into immigrant housing. And then you watch these videos where it's like, hey, we're young Gen Z New Yorkers. And there's 3 of us living in a 200 square foot cube with no bathroom. It's a bachelor pad.
The 18 to 24-year-olds also got to experience the very authoritarian Biden regime during COVID, right? I mean, they were the ones in high schools that were required to mask for crazy hours, or they weren't allowed to have sports because of whatever. Like, they are the ones that saw the government in the most powerful position during that time and did not feel any positive effects from it. So I wonder, too, if it's just saying, like, our exposure to big government and the big Democrat regime was not positive, and we are not willing to go down that road for another 4 years of our lives.
Yeah, but I think all this is going to change after Trump, because I don't think there's a lot of conservatives that are going to be able to, carry the slack. I think that this is probably going to
very cynical today.
What do you mean?
I'm always cynical. I mean, after Nikki Haley's going to be the next?
No, yeah.
You honestly think Vivek has the same sort of star power that Donald Trump has?
No, but he's got 10 times more than any Democrat.
I don't know. I just think that
who's next in the line for the Democrats, though?
Pete Buttigieg.
I feel like, Josh Hawley,
AOC.
JD Vance, Vivek, I can name way more Republicans that give them 4 years could come out on top than I could Democrats. No, I'm obviously biased because they are more reflective of my values, but what are we going to do? AOC, Max Frost? Who are we batting if you're
Maxwell
a Democrat?
Frost sucks, but watch, AOC is probably going to run for president or vice president in our lifetime.
I think she's going to go the Nancy Pelosi route. I think she's going to stay in Congress and try to work her way up the power ladder.
We make fun of Nancy Pelosi for all of her stock trading, but I believe right now Dan Crenshaw is the top.
He is number one right now.
Number one at trade.
What? Yeah.
Dan Crenshaw has the best stock portfolio out of any congressman.
That's what I saw.
Yes, and he's conservative. Yeah, Google it. And so we have a bunch of neocons. Like, I'm conservative. I'm anti-abortion. I want the government involved in less stuff. But the problem is, it's all an illusion. All these conservatives, they don't really give a damn about
Alex,
us.
what about maybe you're not super conservative, but like folks like myself and I don't know who else here, maybe Tim or yourself, but like middle of the road, Tulsi style, JFK, RFK style, instead of but
Crenshaw's only net worth is like 1.4 million. Like Nancy Pelosi is like 200 million.
I think he's worth more than 1.4 million right now.
That's what QuiverQuant says, and they're like the tracking Congress.
Oh. Wow. So what about you don't have to be super conservative to?
No, I mean I am conservative.
The new right, the new right.
I just don't think we're ever going to stop fighting wars. I think we're going to constantly make money by killing innocent people with drones. Like, you watch these videos in Ukraine, and I'm very desensitized for sure. But like when I see a guy praying before a drone drops on him and blows him up, and then this is what pisses me off. We have politicians on both sides that are autographing bombs. I would never do that. I would never autograph something and be like, "No, this is gonna go kill somebody. This is so awesome. Here's my signature. I killed you." Like, I don't know. And we need to just get rid of the government. I mean, I don't know. I think that's the only way. Is we need. Maybe I'm going the Michael Malice way. Maybe anarchy. I don't know.
National divorce.
both sides suck, sadly, but I have more conservative values. I'm just saying.
I think that's reflective of so many American voters right now.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
agree.
I think I represent the majority of people. So I'm not saying this, really, if I wanted to be ingenuine, I'd be like, even though I am MAGA, but I'm saying like, the conservatives are always going to win. We're the best. It's not. The game's rigged, first of all. I think we're going to be able to tell that. Pennsylvania is the main state and they can't even count the votes in one day. So that's all you need to know. The most important state can't even do, and I think Venezuela does their elections in one day. So it's just, we have a corrupt system. Both sides are probably in on it. And we have a bunch of unelected bureaucrats that are running this government right now. So I'm not trying to get too black-pilled, but I'm a little black-pilled. I'm just pissed off. Like Tim said, people can't afford a house. People are, sterile from being overprescribed birth control. That's why
Plastics.
Microplastics. My testicles are full of microplastics. Like your water, the astrazenes, turning to frogs. Sexually ambiguous. Like bad stuff's happening. And chemtrails, if you want to go crazy, there's spraying. That's no. Bill Gates admits that they're trying to spray aerosols in the sky to block the sun. Google that. Tim.
Yeah, but
you don't believe that?
You're conflating two things.
Well, okay, you can say chemtrails are different. I'm just saying they're spraying synthetic stuff in the sky.
They do that all the time. That's
not good. That's
they
not
did it in
good.
Dubai, and then they caused floods, and then came back out. And we're like, no, he didn't.
Yeah.
Exactly. So that's
What was
not
it?
good.
Potassium. Some kind of potassium.
I don't give a damn what they're spraying. They shouldn't be spraying synthetic.
cloud seeding.
I know cloud seeding's not good. This is not good. The fact that the government can manipulate the weather and then they give us.
It's funny because they do it all the time, and people are like, that sounds like a conspiracy theory, and it's like, no, they didn't.
No, it's open.
Cloud seeding,
Google cloud seeding. Yeah,
it's not that it's open. It's that it's like a publicly funded, well-known thing that people advocate for.
I think if you're in China, like Crazy Rich Asians, that movie, there's people that like if you don't want your wedding to have rain, you want to do an outdoor wedding, you can pay a company and it'll make it where it will not rain on your wedding day.
Yeah, they can do things.
Cloud disbursement.
Yeah, all that stuff.
But you didn't answer the question. Is there someone who's not full conservative, who's like post-liberal, I guess, whatever, I don't know the terminologies nowadays, like Carl Benjamin style.
Maybe Post Malone, I would vote for, maybe.
Is there?
Yeah, Carl Benjamin's post-liberal.
Okay, and then Phil is and you know how there's two different factions? Like,
Phil Labonte?
yeah.
I don't know.
One's like
Has Phil
post-liberal
ever
and one's...
defined his ideology?
I'm not sure.
I don't know.
Well, he's an anti-communist and counter-revolutionary, and right now he's
yeah.
on the destroy all enemies tour, but he's coming back on Friday.
But I thought there's going to be someone in the middle of the road, like a Tulsi or Vivek, who's not, I don't think he's super conservative as far as I know. He's just a...
Well, what made Trump so good is that he wasn't a politician,
Yeah.
right?
And he was middle of the road, too. He wasn't super hardcore conservative
So
guy.
I think that's what we need. We need somebody that's not a politician, but I don't know if anybody has the chutzpah or the charisma to do what Donald Trump did. Like, and I see like these actors, like, everybody's just getting so mad because Dave Bautista or whatever said he's voting for Kamala. Dude, that guy's so insignificant. He wasn't even that good of a wrestler. Now, if the Undertaker said he was voting for Kamala Harris, I would not be happy. But I don't know. I don't know who would be good. Oh, who's Glenn Jacobs? He used to be Kane. He's conservative. Glenn Jacobs. You just heard it here. Primetime 99. Alex Stein endorses Glenn Jacobs, Kane, for president of the United States of America after Donald Trump. Do you know who Glenn Jacobs is? He used to wear the...
No.
You know who Kane is.
He's the mayor of Knoxville.
Yeah, mask. He used to go like this.
Isn't he the mayor of Knoxville?
Flames. He was a badass.
Oh.
I think the personnel crisis for the future of the MAG movement is totally real. Like, who is going to... It's a great question. I just think it's worse for Democrats. Like, what, Hakeem Jeffries is going to run for president? Who is their next stop? Gretchen Whitmer? Is she going to suddenly launch a
You're right, because
presidential
Kamala
campaign?
Harris is so untalented, and she's next.
That was the best they could produce in a crisis.
Joe Biden was the best they could do, and he's a potato. So,
That's not fair, dude. That's mean to potatoes.
yeah, well... I don't want to be black-pilled. I think it's
the other day at the event Rescue the Republic, they did a gala afterwards with RFK and Jordan Peterson. They had these. They took potatoes and they cut the inside of the potato into a little bowl, and then they put a little sour cream in the middle of it.
Like tiny baked
And
potatoes.
see, I look at that and I'm like, potatoes are based, and that's not
And
fair.
they're delicious. Yeah, it's not fair.
A little chive on top too.
I'm starting to like Joe Biden now. I'll just say it here. And now people are going to call me libtarded. But when he put on that MAGA hat, and if he is trying to, secretly support Trump, I would love that. I love that conspiracy. I hope that's true. I hope he tries to take her out.
Potatoes, shout out to Seamus Coughlin. I hear he's coming back soon.
Couple weeks.
Nice.
Yep.
We love Seamus. Shout out Freedom Tunes. I think it was one of his Freedom Tunes went really viral. I think Alex Jones.
Yeah, he just killed Tim.
Is that the one?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, no.
That's not the one that went viral.
Oh, but
Was it the dogs one? They're eating the dogs.
I have not seen that one. I seen the Kamala one. Doing the economy one was everywhere on Instagram, with the big robot shooting down, talking about laser eyes. I seen that all over the place.
But he won't run Tucker Carlson. I'd like to.
Oh, see, there we go.
I would love
Okay.
Tucker Carlson.
Yeah.
But he's already said he does not want to get involved in politics because he's smart. He realizes Do you think Donald Trump is I mean, I know he's happy that he became president, but is he better off after spending the last 20 years, campaigning?
The dude could have retired at 30.
I know. And he could just be with his supermodel wife and
I bet the CIA said that to him.
I think that would be
the
probably
CIA's
nicer.
like,
Yeah, they were like, "Why don't you just go send your yacht in the Mediterranean and hit golf balls into the sea?" And he's like, "Nah, I'll be president." And they were like, ugh.
And this is why I'm thankful to Barack Obama, because if Barack Obama did not clown him at that White House Correspondents' Dinner, he might not have ran. And I love.
What did he say? You'll never be president or something?
Yeah, something like that. And because he was saying he's a birther, but I still think Obama's birth certificate's fake. But I don't know. I don't want to be all negative. Life is good. I'm here. I'm in West Virginia. I'm with my friends. So I'm not sad. I sound like I'm sad. We have the elections in 35 days. I have no idea. I thought in 2020 Trump was
You're going to be at the party though, right?
Yeah, I'll be there. But I'm saying I thought Trump was going to win landslide. Was wrong about that. 2016, I thought Hillary Clinton was going to win. I wanted Trump to win, but I was like, Hillary's going to win. I'm listening to the
So you were wrong each time.
I've been wrong both times.
And you think Kamala's going to win now?
I'm kind of thinking Kamala. I'm kind
You
of
can be wrong again.
I'm trying to fade myself, Tim. You know this as a gambler. Like if I try to fade, if I think it's going to be this, I try to go with the opposite of that. It's called fading, and I'm like fading myself. I'm kind of like Kamala's going to win in the hopes that Trump wins, but I don't know. I think they're going to do something,
Shenanigans.
I think it's very possible.
Very possible.
Or, God forbid, I do not want this to happen. I wouldn't be surprised they let Trump win and then they 86 him.
I mean, they have a bad record right now. I mean,
0 for 2.
They're 0 for 2, but you can't.
no, but still, 2 attempts, not great.
Yeah, the third one,
A lot
they
more
might
than
not
most
mess
folks.
up.
I'm more worried that Iran either
Iran would yes, 100%.
either does this or is blamed for it for whatever reason, but in the event that Iran is the principal suspect, this country is going to war, the likes of which this generation has never seen.
And listen, they know how to do a suicide bomb. I mean, they know how to do. There's no defense to a terrorist, just doing something like that.
So Donald Trump even stated he's surrounded by more cops and guards because Iran is targeting him. Yeah. And, I have people ask me, like, do you really think it's Iran? I don't know. I think it's false flag. And I'm like, dude, Iran publicly stated they're after him for killing Soleimani. It's like not a conspiracy theory. Like, the Ayatollah's like, we'll get him. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
Trump ordered the killing of Soleimani, and now they're like, we will have retribution for what you have done. So when they arrest a guy planning Trump's assassination, and then people are like, do you really think it's... And I'm like, yeah. I mean, like, what do you think? You think Iran's just like, we are going to do nothing here. We will do, like, no, of course. We've been in conflict with these people for a long time.
And I think that they know that Donald Trump will go after Iran and that Kamala Harris would probably not go after Iran as hard as Trump would. So that's why Trump's a bigger threat.
Someone someone bring us up on the show, they said if Trump becomes president, Iran's opportunity for their assault on Trump is gone. Like,
If he becomes president?
if Trump becomes
I think
president,
they'd be more motivated to take him out.
his security is going to be off the charts and bulletproof glass. Right? What were they saying the whole time? Like, oh, we couldn't give Trump detail. He's not president.
Well,
so
they shot Reagan. They shot him. They shot JFK.
That 1980,
Well,
long time ago.
I know, but I don't think I don't know, guys. I think it's.
You're saying they a lot.
Who's they, though?
Deep state. These guys are vulnerable. I know they have those little glass walls, but somebody.
So at the Rescue the Republic event, they had bulletproof glass for all the speakers.
Yeah.
That was crazy to me. Mm-hmm. And not everybody stood behind it, but a lot of people stood behind it. And I'm like, I would not do that.
You would not stand behind it?
I would just walk back and forth on the stage.
Oh.
Yeah.
You gotta get me as I'm moving?
Yeah, and make it a little just start walking back and forth as I'm talking, but I wouldn't stand behind bulletproof glass like that. Maybe that just means I should not do events like that.
Yeah.
You would if you're president.
That's fair.
And they'd make
If I was president, I'd stand behind bulletproof glass. I'm saying they were just like comedians standing behind bulletproof glass.
Well, did you have a chance? Can you stand in front of it?
Some people went around and walked and stuff like that. You know, the band, when I was hanging out with the Defiant and those guys were playing live, that was awesome. And they didn't have any bulletproof glass.
Did they take it down when Dickie came on? Did they?
No, it was up. And I was like, I asked Dickie, are you going to go sing behind the bulletproof glass? He's like, come on. Dude, Dickie Barrett
He's
is a
an
legend.
actual rock star. So
I know.
Yeah, I mean, he knows
That was so wild. Shout out to the Defiant, Pete Parada, all the boys. We had a great time hanging out at Rescue the Republic. And they're talking about doing more of these. Someone asked me this. They said, how come there wasn't 100,000 people just across the whole monument, just like lined up to watch this event? They had this massive stage, multi-million-dollar setup with big TVs and huge speakers. And I was like, I didn't even know what was happening. And I live here.
Thanks for watching this clip from Timcast IRL. Make sure to check out the live show Monday through Friday at 8 p.m. on this channel. Subscribe and we'll see you all there.